Mhm. Dear colleagues,
Great meeting. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to join you for this. My topic is drug eluting technology evolving and has Paclitaxel taking the upper hand still. And so my disclosures, no, my disclosures are not there, but I don't have any connected with this topic. Paclitaxel was for a long time the only drug which could help us to reduce the rate of restenosis after PTA or implantation of drug-eluting stents. And the results were very good. As you can see here, this is a meta-analysis of paclitaxel-based DCB studies showing a pooled 24-month TLR for this technology of only 17.6% based on the prospective randomized study done. But after the publication of Professor Katsanos and the paclitaxel controversy, if the mortalities increase or not after PTX technologies, there was a need for other solutions. And these solutions were based on the sirolimus DCB. The problem is that we know uh, that paclitaxel has a good drug diffusion and tissue retention, but the limus substance has a slow drug diffusion and also a short tissue retention. So the companies try to avoid these problems, and the solution found a solution based using this drug-eluting technology with the micro reservoirs and the phospholipid coating for a better controlled release of sirolimus and to enhance also the drug transfer efficiency with this technology. Some studies have been published. You see here some of those for above and for below the knee indications. And I picked up one of those, that is the solution SFA Japan, because we don't have only the primary point at 1 year, but also at 3 years. So we have also some interesting points for mid-term results. And I would like to present this study, which is extremely interesting because it was external monitored, and all the duplex findings were core lab adjudicated, so a very good done study based on 134 patients enrolled in 13 different sites in Japan. The patients included were claudicants with the lesion of the superficial, but also of the popliteal artery, and the lesion length was a maximum of 20 centimeters. This is a busy slide, and there are four aspects which are important. 60% of the patient had diabetes. The lesion length was 127 millimeters, and also they have a tiny vessel, as you can see here, typical for the Asian population of only 5 millimeters in the median. So, and 47% of the patients had also popliteal involvement. Very interesting study. And these are the results, as you can see here. The primary patency of 12 months was very high, 87%, and remained high also after 24 months and also after 3 years. the primary patency was 81.5%. So excellent results, actually. And also the freedom from reintervention was very high, above 90% even after 3 years, although excellent. The Rutherford classification showed an improvement of the clinical status of these patients, also based on the ABI measurement, which showed excellent results also at 3 years. Now, the limitation of this study is that they didn't have any control group. And I'm glad that we have now also a study which compared the DCB technologies based on PTX and also on sirolimus. This is the Sirona study presented at Link in January this year. You see, this is a prospective randomized study collecting 482 patients treated in Germany and in Austria. As I said, prospective randomized. The patient included had claudication, and they had a lesion length of 84 millimeter, which is not very long. The results, the primary patency was more or less 74% in both studies without any difference. So the non-inferiority target was reached, and also in terms of safety, no difference between the two groups. I have to say that if we have a look at the primary patency at 12 months, we have one of 74%, which is not very high also for PTX. Is comparable with the Lutonix and with the Luminor outcome. And they are not the best in the class, and they were mostly used in this study. So in summary, we have excellent clinical outcomes after the solution technology. We have a randomized study performed in Europe showing a non-inferiority outcome of sirolimus compared to PTX. And with this technology, we have a new tool to address the problem of restenosis, but we need more studies, we need more experience with that, and also the market will show if this technology will be more used than the Paclitaxel-based technology for the treatment of peripheral artery disease. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Giovanni. And now it's a great pleasure for me to invite my friend Luca